Because everybody's curious what happened when they went to jail. This takes place Kythorn the First, I believe. No, Flame Rule the First, which is the day after you guys were taken captive. You guys each wake up. You let you guys spend hit dive. You gain no other benefits of a short or long rest. All of your equipment has been taken from you. You're wearing basically tattered clothing. You all have iron masks locked onto your face, so it prevents verbal components for spellcasting. And you're shackled.
You talk, right?
You can still no, actually. Well, you can speak, but it's very muffled. The idea is to prevent verbal components for spellcasting. You have manacles on your wrists, and they are connected to a chain to by a chain to your feet, so you don't have somatic components for spellcasting. And of course, you have nothing on you, so you've got no material components either. Each of you are basically tight security. You guys are coming to in cells. Lorelei, you're on your own. Kembe, you are in a cell with a couple guys. You guys are all in cells with these guys, actually.
Yes.
Most of you can see them. Kembe, you are in a cell with this guy as well. You've never met him before. And Avane, you are in a cell, of course, with this guy.
Oh!
Burns and slithers. They are also wearing just, the fire dwarves are wearing tattered clothing. The fire snake, of course, doesn't wear anything. And of course he does not have a trident either. They're all unarmed.
They are inside the cell, right? Not like guards.
They're in the cell with you. They're similarly manacled and they don't have the face masks because the jailers already know that they are not spellcasters.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I mean, I've had, heavy armor on.
Not anymore.
I had. That's a had. So.
God damn it.
But they don't have any masks up too, though, do they? Or
they do not have masks on, no.
Okay. All right.
Dana, can you see through the one camera now? Or all of them, at least? Should be all of them.
Yes.
What?
Dana doesn't have a character in prison.
Took me a second to find it.
Yeah, to see through the cameras so he can see what's going on. Okay, so you guys are coming to. Go ahead and roll initiative. That way I can get each of you a chance to Q&A. We're not all talking at once. More second to see the situation with the doors. It's been a little while since I set this one up, so let me read.
Can we see behind the doors? Is it like bars or completely shut down?
That's what I'm checking right now. The doors are uncomfortably warm to the touch. The doors to your cells are to your cell vein is warm because you're in there with the fire snake. The other ones are not warm. You know why it's warm. Here's your inside it.
It is warm.
Okay. These doors, like a lot of the doors you guys have seen in the entire Basil construction methods, are a stone slab balanced on a central pivot. So it basically spins in place, creating two gaps about 3 feet wide. Your doors, of course, are locked.
Is it like buzz from the outside? Oh, we can't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, your cells are barren and empty. Darian, what would you like to know or do?
So my mouth is gagged, or I got a mask on. My hands and feet are bound, right?
That's right.
I'm going to eye this fire guy right next to me.
He's
See if I can grab his attention.
okay. You've been here for, well, let's say you just arrived today as well. Both of them, the two in the cell with you, and the other guy. He's of course laying comatose on the floor at this point. This guy is. The other two are sitting with their backs against the walls, staring blankly at their feet.
Would they be able to understand me if I said anything?
You're asking me.
Sorry, I was talking to myself.
You think out loud.
Yeah. Well, I attempt to communicate with this guy right in front of me. I'm like, where are we? What is this?
He looks up. With, his eyes are he's kind of dead behind the eyes. Slumped shoulders, and he says, "Ah, welcome to hell. This is the temple of eternal flame. You'll see soon enough."
What's that supposed to mean?
He stares at the one across from him. The one across from him doesn't even look up. He says, "Best to conserve your strength. When you get to the forges, they won't let you rest."
Are we to be slaves then?
He nods silently.
And what are you doing here?
He looks at you with kind of like that's a strange question. He says, "Same boat as you. We work the forge. We're fed sometimes. This is our life now."
I take it you were normal, just like me, a little while ago, huh?
What race are you?
And they turned you into this? I'm a half-elf.
He snorts. He says, "No, I was not like you."
Well, I am going to sit and ponder this.
Okay. Kembe, you come too. Hearing the voice, you heard all that. But two of them were talking to each other in the cell with you.
Okay, I do my best to kind of get to my feet and kind of survey the small room and ask, what is this place? Where have you taken Kambe? Addressing everyone. You. I point to the only one that doesn't look like a flaming person, but then I notice that he has the shackles and the thing on his mouth, and realize that he's as much a prisoner as I am, and say and ask how long have you been here?
I just woke up myself. I was thrown into this room, and I've been trying to get the situation from this flaming guy right here.
Okay, I look at them and tell them, so you will, are you two supposed to be the guards, like the other flame people who assaulted us?
This guy looks up. He says, "If anyone that looks like me has fought on the side of the Eternal Flame cult, then they are a traitor." Of course, we Azers love the flame, but we don't seek to set the world on fire.
This pleases Kambe. I say, then you do not wish to be here any more than we do.
No. Working the forge is a fate that we may accept on our terms. But working for any Freedy, never.
I said perhaps the enemy of our enemy. Then
He snorts and for the first time looks a little bit alive. He says, "You're thinking of a jailbreak? Let your hopes die now, friend. It'll go easier on you."
I said hopes only die when you give up.
He nods silently.
I nod too.
All right, can go to the next person. Got nothing else.
Leo, you come too. You're in a room with two fiery guys. This guy's sitting against this wall, and this one's in the corner, curled up in a ball, sleeping.
All right, I wake up with a. Where am I? What is this place? I look at the guys and say, "Hey, aren't you with the fire cross?" I like turn back to the wall and like ready. Just like trying to reach for my weapon, but seeing it's not there, and I can't reach it.
This guy looks up, puts one hand up, and of course his manacles jangle when he does it. He says, "Settle down, save your strength. We mean you no ill will. You're one of us now."
One of us? What do you mean?
You'll be working the forge alongside the rest of us.
Working the forge? What is that?
Save your strength, friend. You'll see soon enough.
Wait, where are my friends?
He says, "When they brought you in, we heard a lot of metal clanging. I assume they are in the adjoining cells." You see, this one takes his manacles and clangs them against the door here. And then he shouts, "Hey, Threnarv, you got newcomers in there with you?" And Kembe and Darian, you see this guy, you all hear that. He looks up and goes over to the door, says, "Aye, two new ones here as well."
I try to shout myself. Who's in there?
Say, Leo, is that you?
Kambe?
Say,
What's
yes.
going on here?
I said, we've clearly been taken prisoner. So they have other plans for us other than our death. Says, but our death would have been far more honorable than this.
We will make through. We
This
will
guy-
find a way.
Frowns as he shakes his head.
So there's another here with me as well. Said one I have not seen before. I did not get your name.
I apologize. It is Darian.
Darian Kambe. I am Kambe.
If I get a chance to meet whoever captured us, I would like to join you all and perhaps we give them a taste of their own medicine.
Would be most acceptable by myself and I'm sure the rest of my companions.
Nod and be like, "Well, we have to get out of here first, out of this cell. Have you thought of anything yet?"
I have some ideas. I says, but perhaps our fiery companions can aid us in that regard as far as giving us more knowledge of this place.
Indeed.
So when I ask him, what can you tell us of these cells? I mean, of this place. How is it set up? Where would they keep our things?
Lorelai, you come too.
Oof. Ooh, it's hot in here. My boobs are sweating.
Both of the dwarves were, well, they're fire dwarves. See you wake up. They were both peering down at you, and they take steps back away from you as you wake up. You see guarded.
Who are you guys? My name is Lorelai.
This one looks at you cautiously. He says, "My name's Erder. This here," gestures at this guy. "That's Ziri. It's nice to meet you, Lorelai. You any good at the forge?" Don't answer. We'll find out soon enough.
Are you my guards, or are you captive like I am?
They both raise their manacled arms.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to try and free you?
They look at each other and chuckle. Say goodbye to your freedom.
If I was able to get my allies to help free not just me, but you too, would you help find our way out of here?
They both glower at you and they say, "Best to give up hope now. Cling to that. That's a sinking ship."
I shall never give up hope, and I shall try to save you no matter what.
Siri comes over and helps you stand up, and he says, "Aye, you find a way. You and your friends will help you fight. Better to die fighting than a long, slow death at the forge."
I agree. I put my arm on his arm and thank him and give him a good look and let him know that I'll stand by his side.
When your hand gets close to his body, you can
It
feel
probably
the
gets
heat.
hurt. Yeah.
So you almost touch his arm. You can tell it would burn if you did. He grabbed you by the chain when he helped you up.
Wonderful. So can I take a look at the chain that I'm manacled to and see if I can...
It's a manacle on each wrist with a bar between them, so you can't separate your arms from each other. The most you can get is about 6 inches apart. There's a chain linking that, the chain between your wrists. There's a chain running to another set of manacles on your feet. Similar situation. If you wanted to walk, you would have to shuffle. And at that, it would be at a kind of stooped posture.
Huh.
And
Wonder if they can heat up the manacles hot enough to break the chain to where I'm not stooped at least.
Erder says, he shows the manacles that are on him. He says, "Nah, we made these chains. Well, we're forced to make them. They are unbreakable.
I see.
Blackened iron.
I'm gonna have to come up with another alternative.
They're quite heavy too."
Alright.
They both kind of chuckle and say, "Well, you think on it for a while. We're not going anywhere."
I see that. Oops.
Yvain, you're in a room with this fire snake who is currently curled up and asleep.
Oh God. Yeah, fuck, I ain't gonna do anything with that in here.
Hey,
Sick.
baby.
What?
Said, hey, baby.
No. I guess I have the same chain situation going on.
That is correct, and the mask, yeah.
You said that the hands are barred together like 6 inches apart.
Right.
I'll wiggle them.
Right.
Weapon's gonna do me no good. God. I guess I'm not gonna do or say anything. It's fear of waking the snake that's probably gonna eat me when it wakes up.
Okay. As you guys, Lorelai and Kembe, Darian, Leo, were talking with your other guests, you hear a rattling as someone walks down the hallway, clangs something metal against each door, and says, "That's enough chatter in there. Quiet down. Your shift is coming up in an hour." Does anybody have anything they want to do for the next hour?
Get their short rest. Sit down and
That
lotus
was why I said
position.
I'll let you get I'll let you get your hit die spent, but the manacles are uncomfortable enough you can't get the benefits of a short rest.
Ah, okay. Alrighty. Fair enough.
I asked,
go
asked
ahead.
this fire guy, so how far is the forge from these cells?
You see him think about it for a moment. He says about 150 feet. It's just down the hall. He jerks his head in this direction and then hang a left and down the stairs. You can actually hear the ringing of forge works from where you are.
Will
Are
they
there
at least
any-
unchain us? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No worries.
Just want to get, go ahead, yeah.
Are there any doors or hallways in between this cell and that forge?
He says you got the guard quarters just between us and the forge. There's a path that leads north. I'm not sure where it goes. It branches. And then the forge room itself has a passageway deeper in and another passage to the south. I don't know where that goes. Of course,
If you
you'll be seeing all this yourself soon enough.
I tell Kambe, was it? If you had a question of your own, I must ponder this new information.
Yeah, what was your question, Kemba?
Yeah. My question is, when they take us to the forge, will they at least unchain us to do so, or will they
He holds
keep
his
us
wrists
chained?
up. He says they undo the manacles from our hands and attach this chain to the forge, so that our feet remain attached to the forge. The equipment is brought to us when we make it.
So there is a moment when we are unchained.
Hands, I don't know what you do beyond that.
I could think of a couple things.
I say, all we need is a window, enough time.
He gives you a speculative eye and he says, well, the both of you, he says, I hope you've got more power than it looks. Asdal does not brook any kind of silliness.
Yes, what can you tell us of these guards? Is he like the captain of the guard or something?
He is the forge master. He says, Asdal is bad enough. There are 2 armored guards who patrol the area, and then his right-hand man. Just a second. Anold.
Anal.
Anold.
Yeah, that's appropriate. I say, are they like you? Azure or whatever. I forget what race they said they were.
He
Flame people.
tries to put a fist to his chest, and can't.
Oh.
We're all 12 here. He says, we are Azer.
Azer. Say, and the guards, are they Azer as well, or are they?
No, they are Eternal Flame cultists. Warriors bearing weapons and armor.
They're humans and elves and dwarves and such.
Mostly human from what I've seen. Except Anold. I'm not sure what he is.
Filthy mongrel.
Well, that is good for us. That means that they can bleed much easier.
I have to change his name. That was a bad choice. Thelmar is his name.
Until you said it out loud, it's probably one of those things like, sounded good until I said it out loud.
He hates playing with me.
It was not, no, well, as soon as I said it, I was like, this isn't going to work. They're reading it and then they're saying it. Any other questions?
That is it for Kambe.
Not from me.
Are you the only species that were captured? You say your clan was captured,
Yes.
didn't you?
This guy here says, no. You've got us, the Azers, you, whatever you are, and then they've got a group of damned salamanders that they've got captive as well.
Salamanders? What are those?
You ever seen a snake?
Oh, yes.
Increase its size 100 times and set it on fire, and you got a salamander. Don't trust them.
So you're saying they're captive as well? Why would you
That's
do
right.
that?
They're captive, but make no mistake, they're no friend of ours.
So, what are they? Friends of the cultists? So why are they chained? Or caged?
You'll have to ask one of them, but I wouldn't trust his answer. I don't speak for them, I don't know.
They're working at the forge as well?
That's right.
How? You say the snake?
Well, they got arms, of course.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, they're ugly monstrosities. Believe me, you'll see soon enough. They only let one out of the cell at a time. You get them all together and we'd have trouble.
We might be able to use them as well.
Huh. Good luck trusting them.
No need to trust. Just let them loose. That's it.
Yep. You guys hear sound of the shift change. Give me a second. You guys hear the forge go quiet for a moment, and you hear footsteps coming down the hallway as a guard comes by and unlocks each door. You guys see the Azers that are in the room with you. Some of them stand up. One from each room stands up. Herder steps to here. He nods out with you, Lorelei. He says, well, on your feet. I'll be training you today, I'm sure. Ziri, I'll see you later, he says to this one. This one nods at this one. And then the two of you, and he says, you two, you'll be coming with me. It's best you don't put up a fight. You'll just get beaten. Same thing here. This guy actually sleeps through the horn, and this guy is ready to move, and he helps you to your feet, Leo.
All right.
And the doors are unlocked and opened. I'm gonna open them up. There you go. That one. And Vane, you see your door also open up, and the fire snake in the room with you gets up groggily and just doesn't even acknowledge you. Just starts slithering its way out.
It wasn't chained to the wall?
No, it's just had its just its arms manacled together.
Interesting.
It slithers on down the hall. The Azers let it pass first, and then they come out. You've got a guard in the back who's watching. This is the one that was opening all the doors. He's standing in the very back. There's a guard in the front, this guy, who is waiting for everyone to come out in the hall.
I'm chained to the wall, I thought, am I right?
No.
Oh.
Hands are
Cool.
manacled to each
Your
other
feet.
and then to your feet. You can get up and basically shuffle, stooped over.
Ah, Vane. You okay?
Ah. I thought I told you to flee.
This one steps forward and gives you a kick in the knee, Leo, and says, no talking, fall in line.
I look at you menacingly.
He looks back at you menacingly. Move it! And these two start shuffling forward.
Lolai?
Yes. So good to see you guys. I don't like this. I like bondage and all, but holy crap.
This guy bumps into your back. There you go, Lorelai moved. He's,
I moved.
Yep, he's shoving you along. He's like, move along, lass. It's best not to anger them. He gets to here and he comes in, shoves you to the floor, Kembe, and kicks you in the stomach and comes over and lifts you to your feet, Dane, and slams you on the floor again. Get up, move it, or it'll be worse for you. Come on.
I was up.
I know, right? I was up, he knocked me down. And I stand back up, but at the as best I can to look still, regal and have some sort of decorum about myself. As I kind of try to brush myself as best off as I can, and shuffle on out.
He says, prideful, huh? We'll break that.
What kind of creatures do they have here that can get us all these creatures to be slaves?
He shouts, quiet up there, keep moving.
Oh.
They move into the hallway and around, and you guys see there are 2 more guards standing ready. This guy,
Ooh.
cheerful looking fellow, and this woman.
Ugh.
Looks familiar.
Oh, I just got a little sick in my stomach there.
Looks too familiar.
A shout from behind, move it! And the guard in the back is going through and locking the doors again behind you.
Moving it right here.
I'm waiting
You
for people in
guys-
front of me to move.
You guys pass by another group as they exit the forge.
Alright. Ugh.
3 Azers take the place of those who just left, and 1 salamander slides past. Whoops, that was the wrong salamander. There, that one.
Oh.
There. Okay, and so here's the front. Come on, people, move it. We don't have all day, the guy in the back shouts. And you see each of them takes a forge. And this guy goes through and attaches or undoes the hand manacles and attaches them to hooks that are built into the anvil, forged onto the anvil. And that guy, by the way, you get his full picture. It's hard to tell if he's even a person. It looks like a suit of a fire elemental wearing a suit of armor.
Wow.
And you
Yeah,
also
maybe.
see this guy standing, his arms crossed over his
Jesus
chest. He is
Christ.
large-sized, and he is basically imperiously watching over all of the goings-on. His he has, from the knees down, he has no feet. It's just a swirl of flame.
Holy cow.
Okay, this break is gonna be harder than I thought.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this plan that I had is might not
Falling
work out so
apart.
well.
This one comes up and shoves Lorelai, and picks her up and tries to shove her down the stairs, making a post-strength check. Lorelai.
Oh. Post strength. Oh, move please. There.
Even with disadvantage from the manacles, he bounces off of you.
Ugh.
But he growls and points at you. Takes 2 fingers and points at his eyes and then points them at you.
I glare back intimidatingly.
I kind of smile and do a half wink at the sorceress as I pass her.
Make a dexterity save as she puts a foot out to try and trip you as you go down the stairs.
Oh snap!
Oh yeah.
Yep, she hooks your ankle and You roll down the stairs and arrive at the bottom, a little beaten up. And
I should have warned you about her.
I'll help him up.
I say I like it when they play rough.
Like, didn't we see you burn your clothes? Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
Her eyes light up in fire, and she frowns.
You saw no such thing.
Exactly what she says.
Should probably flicker a little flame up your rear end.
Yeah, she does snap her fingers.
Get you,
and,
yeah, get you moving a little more.
Yep.
My tune, my
So
baby
where do we
tune.
go from here?
So you guys are, let's see. Lorelai, you are chained here with a Hall. Kimbe, you're chained here with Erder. Darian, you are chained here with Renarv. And Evane, you are chained here with the Salamander, who still has not said a word to you. And Leo, you're going to be with Lorelai as well, in the middle.
Alright.
This guy says where we can best keep an eye on you. I already can tell you two are going to be trouble.
Huh. Just you wait and see.
This guy walks up to this guy and he says, "We are ready, my lord." He gives a nod. You guys hear a noise.
Sounds
And,
like your lord farted.
you guys can see on the far left. I don't know if you can move the camera a little.
Not really.
Probably can't see it very well. It's past all these. Let me give you a better description of the room. You've got a waterfall of lava, a lava fall coming down here, and there are 3 floor-to-ceiling pillars made of cast iron here. And the lava flows in and basically feeds into a forge works. Now, your DM doesn't know much about forge works, so just push the I believe button. Things happen and forges go.
So what are we forging?
Let me give you more description. Noise, light, and heat issue from this massive chamber. Runnels of lava flow from holes in the west wall into bronze troughs. Heat shimmers, smoke and steam rise toward the domed ceiling, escaping through vents. Staircases rise at opposite ends of the room, and a smaller passage exits to the east. An Ifriti drives Azers and Salamanders to make armaments here, while fire cultists strand guard, but it's typo, stand guard. The equipment you're making is in several stages of being basically beaten: breastplates, swords. None of it is serviceable, but you guys are basically starting the process. You're not refining the process, so you've got nothing usable here.
Joy.
This guy walks along, and if any of you slack, or even if you don't, he's just feeling vicious, he will give you, he's got this guy. Oh, this guy's got just a regular whip. He will use liberally to keep you guys working.
Huh.
Is it a regular whip or a fire whip?
Did a regular whip.
Is it a leather whip?
That's what I was thinking. It should be a fire whip. Let me check something here real quick. It might be. It is a fire whip.
Not me.
Then the salamanders and the fire dwarf are not affected by it. How
That is
are
correct. That is correct.
They? Huh.
But it does cause little drips of blood, which the flame licks their blood when it does hit them hard enough. And you guys, of course, it cauterizes your wounds instantly for fire damage. So it's bad news.
Just more scars, Leo. That's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
This isn't looking all that good for us getting out. Let's see here.
Somebody needs to trick
But the
lava.
only ones
Lava. Will the lava melt the chains?
You want to put your
I
hands in
don't
lava?
think you want to try out.
The hands.
Right.
The chain part.
Even with
Alright.
just the chain, the heat will just come through and
Yeah, it'll
That's what-
transfer over.
yeah.
Well, I'm not good at coming up with ideas.
Can I
Ahal
attempt
hears
to...
you say that. Give me 1 second here. I'll get back to you, Darian. Ahal says, hears you mention that. And he says, lava probably would melt your chains. And he, when he reaches for a shovel, he kind of exaggerates his motion to show that because your feet are still chained to the anvil, you can't reach the lava.
Damn.
What were you going to say, Darian?
I was gonna say, can I attempt to cast Ray of Frost on my chains when no one is looking? But then I realized, wait, if there's a verbal component, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, can't with it. If it does have a verbal, then no. If you've got something that's only a somatic, then you can cast it. And for what it's worth,
My spells.
this guy is constantly, he's just standing there with his arms crossed over his chest watching everything. So it would take a pretty good stealth check to time that where he's not looking. Let's see what we can. Not to mention the other guards that constantly patrol. This guy does a circuit kind of like this.
So, do you guys have backup characters ready?
Yeah, they do. Everybody was curious what happened to the characters who were put in jail, and that's why I said let's go ahead and do this. So everybody has that question answered. But I don't have, there's no method built in for you guys to effect an escape. But I wanted to give you guys the opportunity in case you had any cool ideas.
I
It
do-
doesn't
unless-
promise.
Nothing.
Unless from outside sources, right?
I have nothing good without a distraction.
Yeah.
Well, ooh, what kind of distraction?
Yeah, not one you can give me. Trust me.
Oh,
I need a much
Yes.
longer distraction than one person can give.
Good 10-minute
I
distraction.
will ask the flame dwarf near us, like, who's that guy? What does he do?
He says, "Shh, keep your voice down. You don't want to even call his attention."
Why?
Unfortunately, you have gotten his attention, Leo. He drifts over to you because, like I said, he has no feet. You can feel his hot breath on the back of your neck. And
Oh boy.
Yeah.
he lays a
I look
hand
at
on you.
Lorelei.
What? What'd you say?
He says, "You
And
want
look
to know
at
what I
you.
am and what I do?" Make a con save real quick, Leo.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, okay.
Now, am I gonna do something stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Leo, your size is halved. He casts reduce on you. You're now very small.
Leo, you're so cute.
Size of Dibble.
Uh-oh.
He
Dibble
says, he looms over you, staring down at you, and he says, "Any more questions?"
No, sir.
Parlor tricks.
He floats back.
Parlor tricks. Okay.
He snaps his fingers and ends the
Can I
spell.
even reach the forge? Oh, okay.
He wants you working. You needed a little
I
display.
would
of
like to
talent.
ask you, like, how can I work the forge now?
And then he points at
Stay on the
you.
phone
Get
and
back
put
to
you down.
work.
Put you on top of the anvil and give you your hammer.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh man. Well. Yeah, idea I had is fallen to the wayside with too many guards, too many powerful looking guards
yeah.
to do much, and then being shackled here does not help.
Did my shackles fall off when I got seduced?
Ooh.
No, it's anything you're wearing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Trunks with
Nice try, though.
Yeah, that is actually not bad.
But that would be a very poor, very ineffective demonstration if that worked.
Watch what I can do. I can make you remove your manacles.
And then he tosses you into the lava when you're very small. Now
Alright.
it says
Oh,
everything
boy.
you're wearing and carrying changes size with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, spell. This one spell. Come on.
Who's gonna be the first to do it? That's the thing.
Hold on. I'm ready.
What
Look
spell
at this
are you
spell.
talking about?
Of course, it's verbal.
I don't think I have any spells that don't have verbal components.
Almost all of
I
it.
don't. Oh, nah.
I don't.
What about this spell? For sure, this spell.
Wow.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Mine always think
Problem is, okay, how thick do these chains look? Do they look like crazy thick? Like,
They're not ship chains exactly, but they are very thick, very heavy. Made of cast iron, raw lava. Then you look at the manacles entry in the PHB. I think they'd probably be.
Oh, too bad one of you guys doesn't have control flames, because that's somatic only.
What will you do with that?
in the
The
Temple of
Sons
Eternal
Flame.
Flame. Show
You're
that
in you're in a giant area of lava. Maybe you could try to control the lava. I don't know, and get a small tendril to creep up and melt your chains.
Oh man, it's
Well,
not even on
we
my spell
would
list.
like melt our hands as well, with all the heat.
Of course, I don't think it would work that way. Oh, you could form a creature or inanimate object.
I really wish I was my conjuration.
That would be.
wizard.
Ben would have to let you. Ben would have to be really nice in letting you form a small tendril and bring it to you. I don't think it would work exactly that way, but he's a nice guy. And he might. You might if you had that spell, but too bad you don't.
I am ready to move to an adventure proper if you guys are done with this one. Answered your question. Where are you and what are you doing?
kind of sucks. We're screwed. Our,
yeah.
our characters are never coming back, are they?
They can get free.
Very good possibility of that.
We'll come and save you eventually.
I can
Oh,
break chains,
man.
I'll be
It's really
dropped.
kind of predicated on us convincing and helping getting these other guys loose to actually run some kind of interference. It's the only way anything is going to happen. So, being this is our first time kind of out in the forge, we can kind of look at it like, okay, this is our kind of foray into, okay, knowing what we're kind of up against and do something.
That was the idea, and so now you guys can like communicate offline, like between adventures, and that would be the time in the cell, and you got time to come up with a plan now.
Okay.
Because none of the rest of us know you've been captured.
That's what I would say. There was the team that just went in. You missed it last night. They did defeat Scarlet Moon Hall, so they do know that the team that went was never heard from again. And they would have found the corpses of Kellen and Ebenezer.
Yeah. So did they find the drift globe, or was that taken as loot?
That would have been, once that's recovered from this place, it will go into, well, it'll just redrop basically, I guess. I do need to put that out here somewhere.
Yep. Because people
What
might
about
need that.
the tunnel they found
What's that?
the tunnel in the rubble or something?
Yes, you guys did find the tunnel. Alright.
So they
you guys-
didn't go in to see where it goes yet?
Correct.
That's my question. Alright.
Alright.
Why does gaseous form need to have a material component? Ugh.
It's called refried beans.
You do have fire and metal.
I can always count on Joe laughing at my jokes. They're so stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Not you, my
Just so
jokes.
you guys are aware, if we ever get in a situation again where the entire party's dying and I'm the only one left alive, I'm just leaving you guys.
Hey, I have no problem doing that either. I mean, seriously, if you want to survive, just run. There's
I'm not gonna be mad at you
about
for
that. I
that.
mean, seriously.
You're playing your character.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna melt into the earth, man.
They could explode the rock and you would die.
I was trying to buy time for y'all to run.
All right, here's my thought on what we can do. Let me just kind of throw this out there right now. Seeing as I don't think that they're going to be doing any kind of maintenance or stuff on the chains per se. They're just going to assume that these heavy ass chains are enough to keep us in place. I think that maybe over the course of I guess however many shifts, a couple shifts, however many it takes, we can occasionally kind of, as we're working, pretend like we're slip and like hit our chain, or try to do it on the sly. Not all the time, but every once in a blue moon, just kind of chip away at it, so that it weakens it.
I don't think they're gonna give us a hammer strong enough.
That's the point. Well, I mean, it's
we
not
are
gonna,
forging
the idea is to chip it away.
equipment.
Right, we're forging stuff, heat it up, whatever, kind of lean your
So-
chain up against it, something hot, let it warm up and then hit it by accident, just do what you can to
So
kind
it's
of
gonna be a
soften
soft
it up.
hammer.
Right, so then
So
when
Ben,
it comes time to make that final break, it's easy.
if they're in the metalworks, I don't think the supervisor would trust them with a hammer or something, or trust them to forge stuff. So all they're probably doing is like working the bellows or something, moving
No,
stuff.
they've got hammers. They're forging. They're being trained.
Oh, okay,
Those nerds
gotcha.
are broken.
Right, so because we're being
Gotcha.
trained, we can play stupid.
Yeah.
And be like, oops, pink.
It's not a bad plan. Not a bad plan, Kanbei. Something you can, over time, that might be something that pans out. Banking on them being unthorough and not checking your manacles.
Mm-hmm.
I can supply us with one weapon. Only one.
Alright guys, you ready to start a alt adventure now that you've seen this?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think it's happening out of this one.
I didn't. I thought the bad guys pretty well covered their bases on that, so I just wanted to give you that chance and get a view ahead. And now nobody will want to come to the Eternal Flame or Temple of the Eternal Flame.
Until we're like level 20.
This
Okay,
dungeon
we
will
go
just sit here. Let's go farm boars.
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
still have manpower here if we do manage to get to the cell and free the chain.
All right, I'll
But-
end the Twitch there, and then put you guys on the start page, and we'll start up again.
Wow.